I lived in Kentucky, so I know all about living in red states. Eesh. My family's thinking of moving to either Wyoming or Michigan. And I said, you love polar opposites, because Wyoming's like the worst state for equality. And Michigan was voted last year as the most welcoming for all groups. So worst, best? They don't know that, though.
Wyoming is the least populated state. With all the state parks, they've got less than 500,000 people in the whole state.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely known for a beautiful landscape, but they're also known, I think there's a law named after someone who lived in Wyoming. Yeah. You've heard of Matthew Shepard?
Oh. That's fair.
I actually drove through there a few months ago, and, their claim to fame. Not really surprised certain things happen in Wyoming.
Maybe nudge them over to Montana.
I was born there. They're not as welcoming, or not much equal protection under the law there either. But Alaska was voted the least welcoming for all groups in America. That makes sense. I've never lived in a blue state before moving here. And I'm only here for 3 more months, but it's definitely interesting. We're very eco-friendly. And
yeah, I appreciate growing up in California. I think what people don't realize with blue states is, yes, taxes are high and it's very densely populated, but there is a lot of investment within their own community. And I am so grateful for being in a state where, as a child, I was not being punished for my parents' decisions, or even outside of that. Parents' struggles and families struggle, and they can do their best and work full time and do everything you can, and it's just such an expensive place to live that I am extremely grateful for all of the social programs that were provided to us. And I know in a red state I would have fully lived in fucked.
well, there's a reason why South Dakota, Wyoming, and Florida are the 3 states with the lowest quality education, the highest hate crimes, and just general unhappiness.
But then they want us to breed and bring children into a space that is not conducive.
Well, they're now thinking of paying women $5,000 to have kids.
Oh, because that's enough to pay for the extra. Yeah, it's more than $15,000 a year now.
I asked a mother that had a child, would $5,000 cover an ER visit for a birth? She said no. It cost her $8,000 to have a baby in the hospital, and I said, so they're short-cheating everyone. Yes. Yeah, that. But I've lived in Florida, and anywhere is better, unless it's Wyoming. Yeah, I will not live in Wyoming, Florida, or South Dakota.
I would be very uncomfortable living in a state with less people than a medium city. That's too isolated.
I mean, I grew up in 2 towns that had less than 40,000 people in it. And, I mean, I don't care how many people are there, as long as everyone grows up in a respectful environment, everyone's tolerant, and we all treat each other well. I'd live in Arizona if that was the case. But the best states are the coldest ones for some reason.
Maybe it's just too cold to be argumentative. It's just hey, we're just here surviving.
Just trying to get back inside.
Well, I heard California and Massachusetts are the most educated states, but they're also the worst drivers.